So when I asked you, sir, what business are you in? You are not in the education business. You are in the business of putting smiles on people's faces. And so are you, and so are you, and so am I. Are you with me, folks? We need to understand what business are we in. Folks, and when we talk of philanthropy, in order to serve, you need to be strong yourself. And we talked of money and positive change. Folks, I come from a business family. We had coal mines in India. And they got nationalized. The government took over. And right from being a mine owner, we came on the street. Now, street means street. Some families had money. Our family did not, because my father had died when I just about finishing college. We were left with the liabilities and the assets were gone. And I was married just 4 weeks then. And I remember a year later, my daughter was born. And I sold some of the last pieces of my mother's jewelry to get released from the hospital. I did not have $10 to buy milk that night. I tried my hands on 3 businesses with no money, and I failed in all 3. Finally, November 13th, 1975, I left India. Went to US, initially went to Toronto, and started life with a bucket in my hand, washing cars door to door. For about a year and a half, I was washing cars on the street. I'm not that educated, folks. My academics are, I'm a BCom 3rd division. I failed in my 10th. That's my academics. And totally by accident, I got into selling life insurance. And within 90 days, my manager called me right back to fire me for non-performance. And I told my manager, I said, Joe, wait a minute before you fire me. At least hear me out. I said, I'm not an educated person. I'm not a doctor, engineer, attorney, accountant. I'm a BCom 3rd division, failed in my 10th. That's my academics. How do you expect performance out of me? Folks, the moment I said that, that day, somebody spoke very harshly to me, and I'm glad he did. And later on, I realized it was not anger, it was concern. And he said to me that day, you shut up and listen to me. He didn't say this politely. He shouted at me. He said, you shut up and listen to me. He said, you don't have a handicap, you have a bad attitude. And he said, it is people like you who not only ruin their own life, but they also ruin their family's life too. He said, do you know who has a handicap in life? He said, the doctor, engineer, attorney, accountant, they all have handicaps. I said, boy, I never heard that one. How do they have handicaps? He said, go check out all over the world. It is generally true. They all have chosen their field, they are stuck. They all have chosen their field, they are stuck. And he said, you haven't chosen your field. Don't you see the world is open to you? I said, Joe, I never thought from that point of view. He said, now that you're fired, he said, you got all the time to think, said, leave my office. Folks, I left his office 47 years ago that day. That evening, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote the book Power of Positive Thinking, he had come to town and he was running a program that evening, and I went in to attend the program. There were about 1,000 people, and I attended. I paid $39, which I didn't have at that time. And that day, I heard Dr. Peale look at the entire audience and say, it appears nobody here has a problem. Then he asked, does anyone have a problem? Now, who doesn't have a problem? Everybody raised their hand. And then Dr. Peale said, how many people would like to get rid of their problems? Again, everybody raised their hand. Then Dr. Peale said, while I was coming here, I came across a place where I saw some people lying down, all stretched out, comfortable, totally relaxed. They had no problem whatsoever. How many people would like to know where that place is? Again, everybody raised their hand. And then Dr. Peale said, 2 blocks away from here, there is a cemetery. There are people lying there, totally comfortable, stretched out, relaxed. They have no problem whatsoever. Then he asked, how many people would like to get rid of their problem? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody put their hand in their pocket. Then Dr. Peel said, remember, problem is a sign of life. So long as you are alive, you shall have problems. The day you don't have problems, you'd be dead. And he said, when you're running short of problems, watch out. He's calling you upstairs quickly. That's the time to get on your knees and pray to God, don't you trust me anymore, send me some problems. And folks, that day, he gave a prayer, which in my opinion is the crux of life. And for the past 47 years, I have never left my home without this prayer. And it goes this way. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference, what I can and what I cannot. Folks, since the last 47 years, I've never left my home without this prayer. And I've come across many adverse situations. If you analyze this little prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Question is, can we change everything in this world to suit ourselves? Answer is no. Can we mold and manipulate things everywhere to so suit ourselves? Answer is no. There are many, many, many things beyond, such as, I didn't choose my parents, neither did you. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, neither did you. If this is my height, the color of my skin, there's nothing I can do about it. And granted, sometimes people are born deformed. And granted, sometimes bad things do happen to good people for no fault of their own. What wrong did they do? Who knows? So it says, what I cannot change, let me accept it graciously, not grudgingly. Because many times in life, we keep fighting the things we just cannot change, and we bring stress into our lives, and we become paralyzed, and we become totally unproductive. So it says, what I cannot change, let me accept it graciously, and if I can change, give me the courage to do it, and wisdom to know the difference, what I can and what I cannot. Now, folks, when I heard this prayer, it made a lot of sense to me. And when I wrote my book, You Can Achieve More, I took this thought 2 steps forward. And I wrote in that life is full of choices and life is full of compromises. Seems like a contradiction, but not really. How is life full of choices? See, if I ill-treat you, I have chosen to be ill-treated, haven't I? If I treat you with discourtesy, I've chosen to be treated with discourtesy, haven't I? And if I light up a cigarette, I've chosen to invite cancer, haven't I? And if I drink and drive, I've chosen to invite an accident, haven't I? And if I exercise every day, I've chosen to invite good health, haven't I? And if I tell lies, I've chosen to lose my credibility, haven't I? Folks, are you with me? Hello? Now, it says, very important, we are all free to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, hello? But after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice after that. Now, how is life full of compromises? As somebody said in life, we cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. Now, folks, after I attended Dr. Peel's program, I went back to my manager. And I said, Joe, before you fire me, give me one more shot. Give me one more shot. I said, if you fire me today, I don't know where to go. And the only place I know where to go is go back to washing cars. And I said, I don't want to do that anymore. I got a little daughter. I make one commitment. I will not let you down because of my effort. He looked at me and he says, Shiv, That's not your small one, but that's your big one. He said, I'll let you stay here only if you make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself. I'll let you stay. Folks, that day I made a commitment. He would do the papers. And that year I went ahead, sold over $1 million. Next year, 3 million. Year after, 5 million. Moved on to the US. I got into 3 businesses. I bought out a company out of California in 1984. Started the New Jersey operation with no clients. I sold my company with close to 500 clients for a decent sum. Now, why do I share my life with you? For a few reasons, folks. Hello, sir. Folks, for a few reasons. One, I kept failing all my life and kept blaming the whole world for my failure, not realizing that I was my biggest problem. Nothing changed outside, but something changed inside here, and the direction in my life changed. Folks, let me ask you, many times in life, aren't we our own biggest problem? Yes, no. And 2, when he said to me, you shut up and listen to me, that day I learned one major lesson, that sometimes in life, you got to be unkind to be kind. Folks, are you with me? Sometimes in life, you got to be unkind to be kind. And the third lesson I learned was, folks, I was selling life insurance. I was on 100% commission, 100% commission. Now, if I didn't sell, I wouldn't get any money, and I had no money. But I saw in my company, there were some people who were getting salaries, but they were not doing the job. Folks, that's the time 47 years ago, I learned the difference between making money versus earning money. Making money is criminal, earning money is spiritual. Are you with me? Hello? Making money is criminal, earning money is spiritual. Now, what is the difference? The difference is when you earn money, you put your energy and ethics behind it. And sadly today, most people only want to make money, very few want to earn it. But you see, folks, after attending the program by Dr. Peel, when I went back, my life changed personally, professionally, socially, and I said, now it is time to give back. That is where philanthropy starts. Philanthropy does not start on an empty stomach. Are you with me? Hello? It doesn't. I said, it is time to give back. I started volunteering my time in maximum security prisons and jails in the US. Now, folks, maximum security prisons are not small-time criminals. They were big-time murderous rapists, 6'10". I started going there and teaching them self-esteem programs and attitude programs, and I saw life change. And that's the time I took my program to the corporate world and started moving one after the other. But there is no philanthropy on an empty stomach. Folks, are you with me? So, and I recall very well, sometimes in our 4-day leadership program, people come up and say, Mr. Khera, money is not important. And they say money can't get you happiness. And besides, money is the root of all evils. I said, wait a minute. Let's take it one at a time. Because my topic today is money and positive change. My topic is clear. They say money is not important. And I've written my book, You Can Achieve More. Who are the people who say money is not important? In my opinion, they are either stupid or they are billionaires. Are you with me? They're either stupid or they are billionaires. Folks, I didn't say money is the most important thing, but money is important. But they say money can't get you happiness. But tell me, can poverty get you happiness? If I have to be unhappy, I'd rather be unhappy with money than without money. Are you with me? Hello? And they say, money is the root of all evils. I said, really? I said, the way I understand, my grandfather was dislodged in the partition from Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. We lost everything. My grandfather started life on a bicycle and eventually became one of the largest mine owners in the country. At that time, I'm going back. And normally people, when they want to raise funds, who do they go to? The person who's got money. So they came to my grandfather when he did well. And my grandfather used to ask, कि भैया आपको कितने पैसे चाहिए? बोले लाला जी, उनको लाला जी बुलाते थे. लाला जी आप वहां पे सभा में आइएगा, अनाथालय पे, फलानालय पे, हमारे को पैसे चाहिए. आप वहां पे आइएगा, वहां पे अनाउंस कर दीजिएगा कितने देने हैं. बोले ना ना ना, आप कितने पैसे लेने आए हो इस शहर में? बोले इतने लेने आए हैं. तो बोले आप वहीं जाओ, मैं नहीं आऊंगा. वहां पर आपका जितना वहां पे मेले में इकट्ठा हो जाए, जितना शॉर्ट हो जाएगा, मेरे नाम पे चेक लिख देना, बात खत्म हो गई. दिस इज हाउ यूज्ड टू वर्क. This is how we operated. That's what I haven't seen. He passed away earlier. I asked my uncle, I said, how much money has he given my grandfather? He said, up to 1960. He said, what is in my knowledge? It is over 1 crore up to 1960. 1961 crore is in excess of 1,000 crore today. Folks, I didn't see my grandfather. But even today in Dhanbad, the DAV school and many of them are given on his property. He gave it out. But there is no philanthropy on empty stomach. Are you with me? Hello? And then many people say, money is the root of all evils. No, 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 no. The way I see it, money is only a medium of exchange. Money is a reward you give me when I provide you with goods and services. And the more goods and services I provide you, the more you reward me with money. What's wrong with that? Folks, money is not the root of all evils. It is the love of money which is the root of all evils. Loving money using people, you got it wrong. Loving people using money, you got it right. Folks, money is wonderful. Money is food for the hungry. Money is medicine for the sick. Money is shelter for the homeless, and money is clothes for the needy. Money is wonderful. Folks, but the sad part is that many times in life, in the pursuit of money, we lose out the things that money just cannot buy. And the most precious things in life, money just cannot buy. See, money can buy you amusement, but not happiness. Money can buy you a bed, but not sleep. Money can buy you books, but not wisdom. Money can buy you comfort, but not happiness. Money can buy you a companion, but not a friend. Money can buy you food, but not appetite. Folks, money can buy you a house, but not a home. Money can buy you medicine, but not good health. Money can buy you a ring, but not a marriage. The most precious things in life, money just cannot buy. But folks, I was addressing a group of people which is high net worth. Ma'am, I got the mic quite late. I'm just going to finish another 5-7 minutes. Okay? You gave me very late, now don't push me. Folks, just want to make one point here. I was addressing a group of high net worth people. And one person asked me a question. Mr. Khera, tell me, a person who is a billionaire, multi-billionaire, why do they still keep making more money? Why do they do it? I said, folks, there are two kinds of multimillionaires and billionaires. One, who are suffering from inferiority complex. They're keeping a score. They're keeping a score. This guy has 100 million, I must have 200 million. He's got 200 million, I gotta have 300 million. He got 300, I gotta have 500 million. He's got 5, I gotta have 700. They are keeping a score. And if he has more, I feel inferior. They're like snakes who sit on their money, do nothing in life, in this world. Nothing is the word. They're only takers in life. That's one breed of billionaires who are hiding their inferiority and they keep making more. But there's a second breed of billionaires who keep making more and more. You know why? They feel the more I have, the more I give. The more I have, the more I give. The more I have. Look at Warren Buffett. The guy is given 50, 60, 70 billion dollars. The more I have, the more I give. Look at the Tatas. 66% of all the money goes into charity. The more I have, the more I give. The more I have, the more I give. Folks, do we need a PhD to understand this? Hello? Do we need an MBA to understand this? You know the sad part? After doing PhD, MBA, they still don't understand this. And one last thing I just want to conclude here. Folks, in our leadership program, we tell people that remember, it is the moral duty of every good human being to become a multi-millionaire and a billionaire. It is your moral duty for every good person to become a multi-millionaire and a billionaire. You know why? I've learned one thing, that money in good hands always does good. Money in evil hands always does. Thank you very much.